Little story time now. Chucking a little bit while I tell this story. So this goes back to a few years ago, back in 2020. So 3.5 years ago now. It's 2 weeks after the pro day. And that pro day was like the best outing I'd ever had in my life. 93, 94, maybe firmer. I don't know. I thought I was firmer. Felt firmer, but yeah, 93, 94 officially. Wipeout slider, 82, 84. 6 up, 6 down, 4 punchies. I still, to this day, don't remember the outing. Blacked out during it. But without a doubt, it was my best outing I've had to date. My best I've ever looked. And I looked like... So a couple days go by, I get on the phone with my trainer, who's, you guys know, is Mitch. Great trainer. And we start to talk about the off season and what we're going to do. Sidebar, I haven't thrown in like 3 days because I felt like death, just sick. So just kind of getting back into the swing of the throw again. Anyways, I've had a great fall, looked like a professional, didn't give up an earned run, up to 95 multiple times. So I want to start, getting right back into it. I want to hit 96, 97, or I've hit 96, but I want to like consistently hit 96, 97, and eventually 98. Get signed, get drafted, all that good stuff that, I'd worked so long for. But start throwing again, deload for 2 weeks, and I get on the mound for my first velo day. And I watched the video and I'm like, doesn't look anything like me. Doesn't look like anything like how I've thrown. I text Mitch and I tell him that, and he agrees. He's like, man, like everything looks really different right now. And, I don't know any better, so I'm trying to fix everything. I'm panicking. I'm scared that I'm not going to throw hard. And I'm sitting here today, and I remember that like it's a vivid memory. And that set me down a very, I don't want to say that was it alone, but that was one of the factors of going down this dark road I started to go down of like mental health and the Superdome and worrying about mechanics and all that stuff. And this post I see the other day talks about, hey, a lot of these qualities we have as throwers, like there's a lot of ways to throw 90. There's a lot less ways to throw 95. There's even fewer ways to throw 100. Now, I was throwing here today and I'm thinking about that. And I don't know what that just happened there. But I'm thinking about that and then how, a lot of the 100 mile per hour qualities that you see of like good, I think somebody's at the door. It's scaring the shit out of me. If I die, call the cops. But anyways, so the point being that I'm getting to is that, I had all these qualities and I didn't realize that at the time. And what I didn't realize was this, is the body's trying to find the most efficient way to do something. So like, if I could do it, I would. Now, if I'm not doing it, there's 2 reasons why. It's because either I physically can't do it, or the body doesn't trust that it's safe. So if it looked different, it's because of one of those 2 reasons. Of like, I either wasn't able to do it the way I thought I should do it, or I couldn't do it because my body deemed a pattern unsafe. But there's a 3rd reason, too, within that, I think, is that it deemed it efficient and it deemed it valuable. Now, like, sure, I can look back and also see there's probably qualities I needed to change, but with all of that being said, is like, there's so many reasons to just trust our bodies. And that Like, I was afraid to trust my body and trust that it was doing the best it possibly could. And that's the point. Is we can do all these things, we can be perfect, we can look for perfection, but we don't realize all the qualities we have. We don't realize how much everything is working for us right now. And that's the idea of like trust. And I think the value of having people in your corner where it's actually, saying like, hey, these things are working for you. Like, your body's doing the best it can. It's only trying to keep you safe. It's only trying to protect you. Was, no fault to anybody on my corner. Like, they didn't know how to relay that message to me because that's what they were trying to say, but I wasn't perceptive to it. And that's my fault. That's my responsibility. So it's having the ability to listen to the people in your corner that are telling you like, they told me all the time I'm anxious, or like pliables don't matter, which is true. But I didn't understand it because I couldn't understand what was going on because all I could see was like what I didn't have and everything that I'd lost. And that's not operating out of like the trust and the mindset of like things are going to be okay no matter what. So I think that's a very valuable story. Is like I was a elite thrower and I felt like I wasn't, or I felt like that I needed to be better because of something this, or because of the way it looked, versus like, hey, maybe it's not going to look the way I want it to because my body is doing it a better way or the only way it can do it. And I didn't operate out of that trust. So when we add constraints, when we add tasks, and when we do anything in life, we have to actually trust ourselves and the work that we're doing. So just a little story for you guys.